Showed you everything that I wasn't supposed to show you, and didn't want that video up on my Twitch. I'm gonna post it to YouTube. That I wasn't supposed to show you. Sorry, I'm gonna repeat in a second, but ignore that. Okay, so anyway, here we go. I'll just start from the top. Alright, what you need basically is to get a Heroku account and set up Heroku. Just like a web hosting thing that can host your code, and shove it in there, and no, it just does its thing. It hosts your code. So that's where you're gonna do all your Git pushes to, and there's a bunch of tutorials. If you want the overall tutorial for how I did this app, Google Groupme bot, like, and mention or something like that, and that will kind of point you towards this dude that has an article called How I Made a Groupme Bot in 24 Hours or something like that. He uses Python, which I am more familiar with despite not liking Python, so I went with his instead of all the other ones which use Node.js. That probably gives him all kinds of cool shit, but I don't really care. So you put some Heroku software on your computer, you put Git on your computer, so that you can push and pull code. Then what you do is make a Groupme bot. So to make a Groupme bot, you go to Groupme developers, you just Google that, bring you to a page, you log in with your Groupme account, you create an application which gives you access to your access token. That's something that you'll need to like send things back and forth. I'm not going to show you mine so you don't steal my shit. That's actually why I restarted this video, because I accidentally put it on screen. And that's in this file here, which I'm not going to open. So then you make a Groupme bot, which I'm also not going to show you, so you don't stuff, but I will show you this screen. So in Groupme, I made a group called bot config. I made a name for my bot. The callback URL, that's the URL that's going to get pinged anytime someone types into the chat, makes a post request. So basically, if someone just sends a message, it's gonna shout out to that your Heroku website, which is, you'll get the URL and put it in there. So you do that, and you can give it a picture. Get a picture. So stuff like that. So once you have that bot, you can start testing. So I tested in a bot config group, which was just myself and no one else, so that I'm not like crushing my group chats with stupid bot shit. So what next? Okay, so the actual code. So using Heroku, you got to do a couple things. You can you have your app.py, that's your actual code. If your proc file, which that just type this random shit in it, you'll get this off of that 24-hour tutorial. I have 3 dependencies. The first is Flask. I've never used that before. I can't tell you anything about it. Unicorn, same deal. Don't know anything about it. Groupme API, however, is, I think, the Groupme developers wrapper, or someone made a Groupme API Python wrapper so that you can functions in that group thing. So I'll show you how that comes into effect later. Makes things a lot simpler. There was an issue I ran into where I couldn't attach things to my messages, but using Groupme API it let me do that automatically. So I never resolved that issue. I kind of just found another way. Last thing, we're just running on Python. Okay, well anyway, so we have our app. So basically, you're gonna copy most of this from the dude. The only thing that you'll not see is my my Groupme access token key, which is in here. All you do is put your this groupie file in this folder, link to it. That proc file requirements run, all that will set up your Heroku website or your Heroku URL so that like all your stuff. Okay. Don't know what most of this is. You're just importing. Make sure you get everything. From Groupie, you're gonna need bot, group, and attachments. And I'll show you how those come into play. So part of Flask is this thing. It lets you, basically that's saying this is how you're gonna handle your post requests. That's anytime someone types a message into Groupme, it's going to get directed here and run through this code. So quickly show you what happens here. Data is just the you receive everything in JSON format, so you're just gonna get it. I log it, that here I can kind of have a look at what's going on. I then capture the group ID from that message. What this is doing is allowing me to make multiple bots all use the same code, because if a bot sends a message, or sorry, if I send a message in one group, it programmatically gets that group ID. Then it uses that to get the bot that's inside that group, and then also just the group itself, that I can refer to it later. So these three things are awesome sauce. They really like help you out. And the way I knew how to grab this data is just going through their API. Kind of sucks. There's a lot of mistakes in it, but it's okay. It ended up working in the end. You can kind of figure things out. Well, it's badly written, what I meant to say. Things are referred to in several different ways, even if they're not exactly the same, so who knows. Anyway, so you refer to everything, and then it's really simple. You say, if whoever sent that data was not the bot, you don't want the bot to keep talking to itself, and if the data is equal to @all, which is the function that we were trying to get, that you can mention everyone in the group, then run @all, which will produce and post the message that goes through every member in the group and tags them so that they all get a notification on their phone. And so this is for if you have like a large group and they're not, I realize I'm not talking towards, talking away. If you want to mention everyone so that they all get a notification, this will go past me, all that stuff. You need that @all, and then that's it. So basically, if I want to do more things, if I want to like, do funny things, like you said, @bot will reply to you or something like that, I can put that all here. Just if data text equals whatever, then blah blah blah. So for instance, my friend Korea, I could get it so that anytime he talks, it tells him to shut up, which would be pretty funny, but also super. I can. So what happens next? So I'll show you these guys here, the get bot and get group. Super easy. Give it the group ID. Using your access token, it looks at every bot that you've made and then compares the IDs of each bot to the rooms. So this works for me because I only have one bot in each room. If you didn't, you'd probably have to have another if statement saying now match the names, but I don't need to worry about that. Same deal with the group. My account is associated with a bunch of groups. Just match the group ID that we got a message from and turn that group. And then log is just print to the thing here. Using Heroku, I just use git commands, so I did not give a shit about really, so I just did add all files, which is always going to be the app.py, commit it with the message hey, I don't care, it's only me developing it, and push it to Heroku master, which sends it up to Heroku server so that I can run the code. The last function here though is Heroku logs. I just found this on their website. If you do this, it'll give you a live stream of anytime this command is called, so you can see like someone just posted, my friend just posted, and it received the data from him. See, it's in JSON, and so I use this for debugging. And let me just get rid of that so you guys can't see all their messages. You never know what those kids are saying. Okay, so now for at all. Now the way at all works is a mention in Groupme looks like this. If I type in hello, that's a message, right? That's just gonna send me a JSON with a message, or sorry, a JSON object or a message. But if I do at and then someone, what that will do, here I'll do it in another. At, right? It gives me a list of people that I can put up and tag them, and then that will notify them and kind of let them know they're being talked to. So the way that Groupme treats that is it treats it like an attachment. So what you need, fill out a small JSON object for each member. You need to have a list of the user IDs that you're attaching. You need to have a list of the location. It's like, they call it Loki. Basically what that means is, say I say, hey at Lucas, me, right? This string letters has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 characters in it. So what you do for the Loki is, the Loki is a tuple or tuple, has two values. The first value is the starting point of here, so 0, 1, 2, 4, right? I think, fuck it, whatever, right? 4, and then the second number in the tuple is how long it is. 4, right? 1, 2, 4, 5. Right? So what that does is it says, hey, you have an attachment, you're trying to tag Lucas, here's his user ID, and here is where the person typed Lucas in that sentence, so that it can do this little like highlighting thing. And it needs you to do that. And then you have the text, which is just what you type here. For some reason. Oh, this is I use this as a pointer so that I can remember where the beginning of all the mentions are, where the at symbol is for every name. So you just do a list. So for each member in the group, identify them, grab their username, throw an at in front and a space afterwards, and then basically this is just your list of IDs. So you're just gonna keep adding these to the ID list. You're gonna keep adding everyone's names, the text here, and then you're gonna add the Loki list. So everything just kind of iterates through, kind of does itself. It's pretty simple logic. Then create a mention object, which, so this is an attachment. It shows up, it says attachment is equal to this object. Type mentions, here's the list of the user IDs, here's the Loki. And then outside of that group, you give it the text. So bot post, the text, which is going to just be at everyone's name, then mention, which is this object here. And that's it. So if I wanted to attach a picture, I can make a picture object here, or like a link, I can make a link object here and do the same thing, but that's for time. So that's basically it. Super simple. How long did it take me to 15 minutes? Probably too long because I'm not talking great. That's all you need. Then you just push your code, blah blah blah, submit it, push it, bang bang boom. Now when we go into the chat, I can type in at all. What that does goes here. It says, hey, what did he say? He said, we'll receive this object. We know it's in the bot config group. Okay, let's get this bot, Mr. Harbinger here. Let's get the group ID, which is this group again. And wait, who sent that message? Well, it wasn't the bot, so that's okay. And said at all. So let's run this code. Code opens up, says for each member in the group, which is only me, identify him, get his username, put the @ in front, there, space afterwards, you can't see it, but it is there. Get his user ID, which you're getting from the object, and then Loki, so start it at 0, 6 long, so the second value is 6. Put it all together, and send it back. And that's it. I just did a run through of what just happened. So in a bigger group, I'm gonna troll these guys real quick. If I do at all, bam, look, go, one's names. Next I'll be making Groupme bot that does something else. I don't know. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'm used to my camera being over here. So sorry you just saw the half of my... Now if you're watching and you're super bored, you're... We'll work it out. I'm working out where to put it. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna post that to YouTube so you bubblies can see it.